this now? This now?
Ladies and gentlemen, mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, welcome to Solo TV 84. I'm your gracious host Solomon Jones. Ooh, listen, guys. I know. There's been a lot of news, but that's why y'all got to make sure y'all tune into the Patreon. We lit, okay? Now, real quick, the Trendsetter cryptocurrency course. We still got it on deck for those who want to learn more about crypto. And today, I got a special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? She is going to be the maid to my future sister wife. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm marrying her aunt. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hey y'all, I'm Bree. So
That's
it. That's all I got.
Like, you can tell who you are, like, you know what I'm saying, like credentials or nothing like that. Like,
all right, I'm Bree. I'm a CPA and I'm a crypto investor. And that's it.
Okay. All right, guys. So we got Bree in the building, and so guys, make sure to check out the Trendsetter cryptocurrency course. And Bree, how you doing today? By the way,
I'm doing swell. How you doing?
Hey guys, no cap, man. Listen, man, I had to get rid of the bad energy because Bree just came in there, man, and it got depressing. Okay, now let's get right into it. Fear to greed index is at a 29, right? I get it. Right now, everything is looking kind of right? Bitcoin is at 49,000. We're going to talk about the news that came out today with the Fed inflation. And, I see people in the chat. Let me shout some people out first. David Stanton says, let's go respect. Bro, learned about you from F&F, Fresh and Fit. I didn't see the Obama news. You know what, bro? I'm gonna own that. That is still coming out. It's just my dates were off, but it's coming out, bro. I promise you. Just once again, you guys know, man. It's like my date's been off. Same with the Shiba Inu. But for anybody who watched that video, you know that I didn't say Shiba would 50x this month. I said next month. But you got to watch the video. Good evening, Mr. Thomas. Good evening to you, sir. He says Satama crypto versus Apple stock. I will see who's the winner by the end of 2022. Okay. Shanae Dixon, Boo Boo, leave your Instagram in the chat for me or DM me, Solo TV 84. I got you, shorty. I got you.
Why you always want to hit on my family and friends that come in here?
You know what I'm saying? Because your family and friends. I mean, they trying to level up. You know, let me help them out. High value. You know what I'm saying, shorty? High value. You know what I'm talking about? For real. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get straight to the market. So we got Ethereum. Ethereum dipped below 4,000. It's right back up. Solana was at like 150 not too long ago. It's at 177. So, you know, XRP, we're going to be talking about XRP a lot, I think, Bree. Probably not today, but I'm going forward because I think XRP is very important. Before I continue, Bree, did you watch the video I made about they're talking about having an XRP buyback for 37,500, or did you hear about that?
You know I did.
Okay, let's talk about it. What are your thoughts on that? Like, where's that coming from? Like, break it down for people who might not understand, or where's that coming from?
So I think the idea is that the banks are going to switch to the ISO 2022 protocol like next year sometime. And when they do that, they're going to want to get XRP out of the hands of as many people as they can and have control of it. So apparently they're going to have like quadrillions of dollars that get moved, you know, throughout the world every day. Instead of being on the current system, they're going to switch it over. And XRP is supposed to be like ridiculously valuable when that happens. And when that happens, you know, I've been hearing 10K, 37.5K. I mean, I'm all for that. So I don't know how legit that is, but I'm on for it.
Okay, so my question to you is, do you think that XRP will be used? And then you says, I mean, because if you look at it, most banks, and I'm not going to be disingenuous, but they're already using the Ripple system, right? Which XRP, that's the platform that it was based out of. But Ripple, obviously, we know Ripple is scalable, faster, right? And we talk about transactions per second, unlike the Swift system, which can take up to 30 minutes or even 24 hours or even longer, right?
Yep.
Do you think that's the one that they're looking for? Because we know the XRP army, and salute to them, because I've been an XRP hodler since 2017, 2018. We know that they're extremely bullish, but Brianna, let's be realistic. Do you think some of these numbers that you see are far-fetched? Like we saw $589, and then BitBoy Crypto came up with $50 because it's sologenic. And we can talk about that too for people who are not familiar with the sologenic airdrop. But what are your thoughts, Bree, as we continue on?
I think.
Oh my God, Sologenic's at $494. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. All right, go ahead.
This guy. No, but I think organically XRP is just going to run as soon as the case is over, just because it's been suppressed so much. I think those large numbers come into play if they do. If that protocol actually gets enabled and replaces the current system, then I mean those numbers are possible because of the amount of money that's going to be moved around. So, I mean, it I don't know, but I think, like I said, it's going to have its organic run up. But you got to question, like, why would the SEC decide to challenge them in that case as soon as the bull run started, like the end of 2020? Like, there was a reason for that. So you have to wonder like what they know and why they're doing what they're doing and why they're trying to shake people out and all the delistings and everything. So
well, you know what the Most High always says, right? He came up with this X marks the spot, and it's interesting to me because when I got into XRP and I was looking at the utility and usage, it just made sense to me back in 2017, right? And so did for a lot of other people that I talked to. Um, I was looking at January prices, Brianna. Humor me for a moment. How much do you think XRP was back in January earlier this year for the price?
Before the drop, wasn't it like 60 cents or
No, it was okay, but after the drop.
wasn't it like 20 cents?
Oh wow, okay, good. No, 23 cents, yeah,
Yeah, was it
at
like
one point. So and now it's at 84 cents. People might think it's too high. I think it's a good price still to get XRP because remember the all-time high is 392. And we know that even if you look at it from a technical analysis standpoint, right?
Mhm.
If XRP settles the case or wins, it's gonna run up minimum $5 to $10. Like,
Right.
do you agree with that, or am I bugging? Like,
No, like if people would look at the cycles and go back, XRP and ETH were like this. So they would be vying for position for that number 2 spot under Bitcoin. People don't know that. They think like it's Bitcoin and it's ETH. And for something, imagine ETH in an SEC case right now. Like ETH is major. So XRP was equally as major back when the other cycles happened. So it being suppressed right now, once that suppression's gone, we have no choice but to get up to at least where Ethereum's, was before like the bull run really, really took off. We can at least get there. Like
okay,
easy.
that's what's up. Dope, dope, dope. Now, guys, I know yesterday a lot of you guys turned into billionaires and trillionaires. I was a trillionaire myself. I know you guys saw me put the billionaire video up, but listen, guys, I'm not going to show you the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look at these numbers. Like, it is crazy. Like a $541 billion Ethereum. Look at where Tether was at. Brianna, what was your thoughts when you saw your portfolio and you realized you were a trillionaire? How did you feel?
Honestly, I thought it was a Trust Wallet thing. I didn't know it was so mainstream until I entered like a few chats that I'm in, because Trust Wallet, like not Trust Wallet itself, but some of the newer coins I have, once their prices get on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, they're not accurate. So I've had billion and trillion dollar portfolios before that were accurate. So I was just like, oh, glitch, close my phone. And then later I found out it was on Coinbase. I was like, oh, this was a real glitch. And people were actually trying to cash out, which I think is hilarious. Like,
I know. You try to cash out $2 billion and it says cash out amount $12.95.
right.
That's funny. Oh man. So yeah, this glitch happened on CoinMarketCap. Now, Brianna, I bet you didn't know this. Did you know that Binance owns CoinMarketCap.com and CoinGecko?
No.
Those were the two websites it happened on, right? It
Mhm.
wasn't on livecoinwatch.com. This is why, guys, I always like to use livecoinwatch.com. It's the most accurate, up to date. Now, don't get me wrong, I like coinmarketcap.com, but you know what, Brianna, I will say this to keep it on a lighter note, because I know today's not gonna be so fun of a topic. To see those numbers kind of gave me a good vibe. It's kind of like a good feeling, like when you've been like chasing a chick and she's like, "Daddy, I'm coming over tonight," and you're like, "Oh snap!" You clean your apartment. You know what I'm saying? You light up some candles, and Shorty comes through. Oh, you know, well, you're a woman, so, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it felt good. You know what I mean? Like, how did you feel when you saw that? Like,
I mean, the first time it ever happened to me, it was like, to me, it felt like confirmation in my spirit. Like, okay, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a billionaire soon. Like, so it was one of those. It was just like, not this one most recent, because again, I immediately thought glitch because it happened before. But the first time it ever happened, like that was my initial thoughts. Was like, man, this isn't real right now, but it feels like we're on our way. Like, this is just confirmation we're headed in the right direction, no matter what the market looks like. So.
Right. Now, I got to keep it real. In this market, remember what I always say, Brianna, is like, you got to have ice cold veins, right? When it comes to your feelings, because when we have something like this happen, where now we're talking about Bitcoin going back to 50,000 again. Like, I'm tired of making that video. I've been making that video all year. Yeah, we're back at 50,000. Yeah, we're back. Like, how many more times am I going to have to make that video, right? Guys, I understand, but unfortunately, it is what it is. And guess what, guys? I'm still bullish long term, but bearish for the short term. Now, Brianna said, wait, you only bearish for 2 weeks? Technically, I'm bearish for 3.5 weeks, right? But I'm still bearish for the short term, but I'm bullish after 3.5 weeks. And I'll explain more why here in a moment. White Knight Assassin says 30-minute billionaire club check-in. Hey, I know you was ready to trick that money off on Bernice and Nicole. Anyway, let me just show with that because Bree be like, stop it. Thick Sound says XRP is being suppressed for a reason. Yeah, Brianna. You know what? I think that if you look at any coin that has the best features in regards to utility, usage, and when we're talking about currency, right, that is borderless, XRP is the one. Now, a dude like me might say, yo, what about XDC? Because XDC is already smart contract enabled. But I think XDC is going to be part of that ISO or ISO 2022 protocol as well, along with XLM and Algorand. But do you think, in your opinion, right? Because I know you look at charts too, and you look at the fundamentals and sentimentals. Do you think that that XRP is being suppressed?
Definitely. I mean, the case did that. Just the timing of that is suspicious. Like when everything really geared up for that first bull run, where XRP really should have, when Bitcoin and Ethereum took off the first time, XRP should have been hitting $5 back then. So the fact that it didn't even get a chance to do that, and it's in the middle of a court case where these other cryptos exist, so why aren't they all in court cases? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I believe it's being suppressed, and if that's because they're trying to get that 10K XRP out of our hands, then let's accumulate, y'all.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, I don't, as Brianna mentioned, I don't think there's going to be an XRP buyback. I think that if there was, that would be too obvious. This is my theory, Brianna.
Mm-hmm.
This is a theory, okay? I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but hear me out for a second. What I think would be smarter of them to do is they're not going to do an XRP buyback for 37,000. You know why? More people would be buying XRP, right? So that would defeat the purpose. So how would you get XRP back? Well, if I was a devious whale or one of these elites, I would tank the market, make XRP go low. Matter of fact, make the whole market go low.
Yeah.
And then while everybody's selling, then I would buy my XRP.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Or do I sound crazy?
No, I mean, that's what whales do. They accumulate when the fear is high, when the market's low, and they cash out while everybody else is buying in. So that's just how they operate.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to other news. Now, this is nothing crypto-wise, but it's a bit related to what I kind of mentioned. So Amazon Web Services went down today, as well as some other websites that are Amazon related. You know what I'm saying? Xbox went down as well. Did anybody notice? I don't know. If y'all are on my chat and y'all play Xbox, I'm sorry, but PlayStation, man, we winning, bruh. Facts. But Amazon went down. But guys, here's the odd thing. This is the second time in a week that Amazon's web services went down. And so DoorDash was down. Twitch, which a lot of people don't realize, Brianna, but Twitch is part of Amazon. Twitch was down too for a little bit, right? Now, if you notice this in the chat, let me know. But I find that very, very interesting that the premier retailer or online business is down again. And remember, this is like what, the fourth or fifth time that Amazon website or web services have been down this year. So what I'm asking Brianna's like, okay, what's your point? There's now talks of possible cyber attacks, right? And that could affect the market as well, because if Amazon's website is down, well, people can't buy. Mm-hmm. But now I've heard YouTubers even talk about like a crypto cyber attack. And then we're talking about this glitch, right, that happened yesterday. What is your take that the reality that there could be a cyber attack, not just on crypto and exchanges, but in general? Because do you think that there's more of a risk now going into 2022, or do you think that'll be resolved by then? What are your thoughts when you hear about all these cyber attacks happening to big companies, and coin market cap got hacked yesterday and whatnot? Does that worry you about your cryptos having it on exchanges and whatnot? Man, that
I
was a
mean,
long question, but yeah.
I'm worried
Woo,
about
let me
my
take a breather.
crypto.
Oh man, that was long.
I'm worried about my crypto being on exchanges, period, just because like small time hackers can get to it. But I think overall, like with I'm gonna go deep, like with that metaverse and all of that coming into play, like just how we have war in the physical, I think we're gonna start seeing war digitally. So anything's possible. I guess like being as secure as possible, getting yourself a cold wallet and storing your stuff there is the best. That's what I plan on doing. Like you know what I'm waiting on. So I have some money on exchanges, waiting for certain levels to hit to get my buy orders in. But once those are in, man, I gotta protect the asset. So yeah, I think it's definitely possible that the hackers are just gonna keep coming stronger and stronger and stronger. Because why wouldn't they? Like if you have a chance to hack into like millions and billions of dollars, like why not? They're definitely gonna do it.
And guys, I will say this. As most of you know, I've talked about using bitmark.com, right? And Bitmark got hacked back on in the 5th or the 6th, I believe, right? But it got hacked about a week and a half ago. And thank God my funds were still there. And Brianna's like, yo, get them out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I got my XDC. I got it on my Descent wallet. By the way, I don't own a Descent wallet. I just got this year, so I'm capping, guys. But for those who are on Patreon, you already know, man. I'm wallet up, man. I got all sorts of Johns, bro. I don't own this wallet. So if you're watching this, this is like my mama owns this, but
Y'all
it
don't
looks
listen to
like,
him.
you know what I mean?
Don't listen to
You
him.
know what I love about the Descent wallet, Brianna? Hold on. You don't need a USB cable. See how it's turning on? Bam. You guys want it? It's biometric. You guys want me to do? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that when Shanae Dixon come through. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save that for her. You know, when I'm flexing, Shanae's gonna be like, "Okay, Daddy, I see you." Anyway, on to some serious news, Brianna. All jokes aside, right? And by the way, please, guys, hit the like button. The likes help support this video on the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that. All jokes aside, today we got some interesting news from the Fed. So we're going to watch this video and take a look at it in regards to a review. I know they're going to say fair use, but you know, it is what it is. So hold on, let me just share my screen. And here we go. Oh yeah. By the way, Solo TV 84 on Instagram, Miss Dixon. All right, here we go.
The Federal Reserve is rolling out a new plan to help fight the high rate of inflation. This afternoon, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell announced the central bank will end its pandemic-era stimulus program earlier than planned. He also said they expect 3 interest rate hikes next year. He said while the economy is seeing progress, it's still being affected by the coronavirus pandemic.
We understand that high inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. We are committed to our price stability goal. We will use our tools both to support the economy and a strong labor market and to prevent higher inflation from becoming entrenched.
Now, Brianna, if I'm not mistaken, inflation went up from like 6% to 6.8%. Am I right? Something like that, right? Now, for you the accountant, what does inflation mean to you? Or what should it mean in general for the people? What's your definition of inflation?
Inflation is when it's like a roundabout way to tax the people. It's like if milk used to cost $1 a gallon, all of a sudden you're going to the store and it's $1.75. Or you know, your meat, like your any of those kind of products that you need to survive, they kind of, if they raise the price on them, you need them, so you're gonna have to pay it. So it's like that difference is a tax that's called inflation.
Right. So inflation rose 0.8% from October to November. I just checked the stats. And some of you may have noticed, especially if you go to restaurants, prices are going up, or even real estate, right? If you look at inflation, for example, Austin, Texas, to buy a house, inflation is up like 33%. Miami is like 22.5%, right? And those are like noticeable places, obviously. Not everybody's going to be going to Austin or Miami, but I'm pretty sure even if you go to your local grocery store or you pump your gas, right, into your vehicle, you notice that you're paying more. Luckily for me, Nicole is a pog and she got money. Facts. Okay, that's it.
We will be watching carefully to see whether the economy is evolving in line with expectations.
To talk more about this is Barclays chief economist, Michael Gapin. Thank you so much for joining us. Michael, what are the
Wait, what's his last name? Okay, let's keep going.
key takeaways from today's announcement?
Well, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Look, I think the key takeaways are the idea that the economy is improving much more rapidly than the Fed thought just a few months ago. Therefore, it's time to more quickly end asset purchases and transition to rate hikes. I think what's notable is the way that the statement is read and what Chair Powell just said to you in the press conference was essentially, we think we've already met our inflation mandate, and all we're really waiting for is the labor market to be at what we think is full employment. So they've already checked half the box, if you will, and they're waiting for labor markets to improve a little bit more. And then he said that recent performance in the labor market has been quite rapid. What that suggests to me is there won't be a very long time between the end of asset purchases and the beginning of rate hikes. We actually look for the first rate hike to come in March. So those, I think, would be.
So basically, with the rate hike, they're talking about rates on interest levels going up, right? And Brianna, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it like 0 to 0.5% right now with interest levels?
In the housing market, where?
Yeah, housing market, I think, or just in
Yeah.
general. Matter of fact, let me Google that. Well,
Been that
How about
for,
it?
since
Takeaways
Corona.
is the statement in the press conference so far.
How will these announced changes affect the everyday lives of Americans?
Well, I think obviously what is of foremost concern, there's a balance here from the Fed. Let me start by that. In terms of affecting average Americans, the Fed has to deal with an inflation problem at the moment where inflation pressures have risen a lot more than people like myself and the Fed thought coming into the year. And that a lot of that price increase has come because of the pandemic, but it's showing up in ordinary household items, including food and gasoline, but also in durables items like cars and household furnishings. So inflation is eating into the purchasing power of the average American. The Fed would like to lean more quickly in the direction of that to prevent it to becoming a prolonged problem. That's the first part. But that in some ways puts the Fed in conflict with what it wants to do in labor markets. It knows that there are a few million workers still sitting on the sideline waiting to come back in. The quicker the Fed.
Okay, so interest rates are often defined as the price paid to borrow money. Okay, that's the simplest definition, guys. It's the interest that it costs to borrow money. Hold up. We got Darren Jones in the building. Hold up. Yo, Darren Jones, man. Yo, break it down. He says inflation is printing money and decreasing scarcity of the actual money. Yo, salute to Darren Jones. Hey, yo, bro, you just became a moderator, man. Salute to Darren Jones. Right. Now, all I know about inflation is I pay more at the gas station, right? But, right, we're talking about printing money, right? And a lot of money has been printed in the last 2 years. If I'm not mistaken, about 30% of all circulating US dollars have been printed in the last 2 years, right? That's a lot. And what that happens is, and then also they just raised the debt ceiling. We've had a lot of stimuluses. So it's very interesting because at the end of the day, to put it simply, Brianna, while there's more money being printed, your money is worth less.
Less, yeah.
Exactly. But the prices are still going up. And I'm just keeping it simple, Darren Jones. Don't judge me. You know, I got to keep it real. I don't have O'Shea Duke Jackson here, so I got to keep it simple. All right, let's keep going.
Raises rates, the harder it makes to bring those workers back into the workforce. So I think they're trying to balance these two, getting at the inflation risk problem while also not choking off what they see as very rapid improvement in labor markets. So if they can split the difference here, I think they'll be in good shape, and I think the average American household will benefit from their policies.
So, Michael, I know you're stressing balance. There's always the possibility the Federal Reserve could do too much to slow inflation. Based on what we heard this afternoon, what concerns, if any, do you have with this plan?
Well, I would say that the concern would be that inflation really just isn't a monetary phenomenon right now. That what caused inflation to rise is really the pandemic. It shifted all of our buying to goods and away from services, and it created supply chain bottlenecks globally.
Let's talk about that real quick. So Brianna, have you, since the 19 started, and you don't have to get into major detail, but have you been more conscious of what you spend your money on instead of maybe going on vacation? Now you're spending, you're saving your money, or you're hedging it like crypto, gold, or silver, or you're buying food. I mean, have you been, I guess, more conscious of your spending and your savings? That's what I'm asking.
Well, solo, I'm an accountant, so I'm always conscious of my savings.
Get it, shorty. Get it, shorty.
But I will say, the pandemics kind of switched me from having a saving mindset to more of an investment mindset, because I met an investor, and he told me, like, you're losing money every year that is sitting in the bank. And I never thought of it like that. I was just taught, save, 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 save. So I guess the pandemic kind of switched me into that mindset. And like, I wish that I knew what I knew now, like back in 2020 when 19 started, because I'd be in a different place financially if I was.
I totally agree with that. And you know what? I think a lot of people, it's not that they don't realize that inflation is happening, but they're kind of like, sign of the times.
What we deal with, yeah.
And it's like, yo. Anyway, let's continue.
That's what really caused inflation to rise. So what will bring inflation down really will be solving the pandemic, learning to live with the pandemic in a way that would mean we rebalance our spending to more services, fewer goods, and some of these global supply chain bottlenecks go away. That's what will really bring inflation down. So I think the risk here would be that the Fed embarks on a tightening cycle that it may not need to ex post, and therefore chokes off progress in the labor markets. I think that's the risk. I think they feel like that risk is low right now, but I'd say that would be the concern, that they move to end an inflation problem that really isn't their making, and therefore, in the end, limit the progress made in labor markets.
That being said, some economists believe we're near or at the peak of inflation, and things will begin to recede in 2022. Do you?
And this is why, Brianna, when you ask me, are we in a bear market? This is why I say I'm bearish short term, but bullish long term, because of what Shorty just said, that with the fear of inflation, continuing to rise, it will recede, because the Fed basically said, yo, the economy's doing good, right? So looking at it, because I'm a fundamentalist. I mean, I respect to my TA guys. I'm not trying to ish on them, but I think in the long term, we're really good. You know what I'm saying? What's your take? Do you agree with what Shorty's asking, or do you disagree that, the economy, we are good in the long run, but right now things are looking shaky? Or nah, Solo, go grab you a hut and some cans and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Apocalypse is coming.
I think there's a narrative, and I think we're kind of in a limbo state, honestly. Like, I think they're propping the economy up. It's not really doing well. They're making it look like it's doing well. And we're kind of in that in-between state where they're trying to determine, okay, are we going to stop inflation in its tracks? Are we going to let it keep going and then create that pitchforks in the street, type of situation where people are fighting against the system because their goods are too expensive? Or are they going to take like aggressive measures to start to create deflation? So I think we're just kind of in limbo. We're just here in the middle, just waiting for them to make decisions and see where we're gonna go.
Damn, man, this is not the Brianna that I interviewed the first time, man. You sounding hella dry right now, man. Yo, Shorty's all good, man. I'm gonna pray for you tonight. Dang, she sounds depressed. Anyway, shout out to Coach Ali's corner. Hey, yo, Coach Ali, man, email me, bro. Email me, man. I know you rock with the family, man. So email me, bro. We definitely got to collab one day. He says, shout out to Solo and Brianna. The farmers market has been my saving grace by being able to buy stuff in bulk, produce at a cheaper price. Then extra goes to crypto and silver coins. Bro, salute to you. And yes, guys, listen. Brianna, you probably don't even wear it on my channel, but I was talking about a food shortage happening, right? About over a year ago, back in the summer of 2020, and people thought I was crazy. And then the supply chain issues have been going on, right? And granted, most of the food that we have in the USA comes from the USA. But now with the supply chain issues that we've been facing and whatnot, by the way, V-Chain, anybody? V-Chain, okay, I got to say that. A lot of things have been going on. So the point I'm trying to make is, guys, make sure that you have enough food and water at your place. You know what I mean? Because it's very important. I mean, you saw how these people were wilding out when they thought they wouldn't have enough toilet paper. So you already know.
You agree with that? And how long before you think we'll begin to see prices return to normal?
I do agree with that. I think historically, and this is looking back across many decades in the US, what we would call relative price shocks tend to unwind, and these spikes to inflation from business cycle or unusual events, in this case the pandemic, tend to reverse. I actually do agree. I think we're at the peak of the inflation problem now. I think it will be subsiding over the course of next year. We probably have to wait until March, April, and May to see that more clearly. But I do think it's coming over the course of next year, and it'll be fairly clear, I think, to the average American as we move across 2022 that inflation's coming down. The question for the Fed is, will it come down to levels that they're okay with? And I think that's still unknown. But I agree. I do think the worst is probably right now, and things will get gradually better from here.
Okay, and I will say this, and I appreciate that. Yeah, things aren't looking peachy right now. Let's be honest, right? The economy is very shaky right now. A lot of uncertainty, people losing their jobs, things like that. And I think that's why a lot of people, you're going to see them hedge. And when I say people, I'm talking particularly whales or people with a lot of money are going to be hedging their money in gold and silver and then crypto, right, to protect their assets. I think that the stock market is, even though it did pretty decent today, as did crypto. I think that, Brianna, you mentioned something interesting to me. If we were in a dead cat bounce, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, Shorty, I think we are. I think we are, because anybody who's been watching my Patreon, by the way, shameless plug, patreon.com/solotv84. So, me and Miss Dixon can enjoy a nice lunch. Anyway, anybody who's been watching the Patreon, I've been saying for the last week and a half that we'll probably go to 36 or 37,000 bucks. Why? Well, there's been a lot of sideways action. And for those who don't know what a dead cat bounce is, right? Let's take a look at this, because I'm glad that Brianna brought this up. So I'm going to play this video. And then, Brianna, we're going to get your input if you still think we're in a dead cat bounce or not. So here we go.
For example, CAT owns shares in Felix Foods, but the price has been declining steadily for the past 12 months and is now sitting at an all-time low of $10 per share, down from the $18 per share that CAT originally spent on the stock. Over the next 2 days, the price of Felix Foods jumps back up to $13 per share. Confident that this is an uptrend, Cat buys even more shares of Felix Foods. However, the following day, Felix Foods plummets to a new low of $8 per share. Unfortunately for investors, a dead cat bounce is often identified in hindsight, though some analysts use certain tools in an attempt to spot it early.
Okay, I like that. Investopedia, one of the greatest websites ever. So let me ask the chat. Chat, y'all think we're in a dead cat bounce? Hit 1 if you think we are, or say no. Hit 2 if you're like, Solo, you bugging. We're right back on the upswing. And then, Brianna, I'm going to ask you, what do you think? Do you think that we're in a dead cat bounce? Because you asked me that question. I appreciate you bringing that up. Do you think we're in a dead cat bounce or no? And I know you've been peeping the sentiment. So what's your take?
I think the overall market as a whole, at the moment, will follow Bitcoin until Bitcoin's retracement is definite, meaning that it's very clear that it's bearish. So for the moment, I think we are, because I don't think Bitcoin's gonna clear like 5K in the next week or anything like that. I think it's just another bull trap. We had that like last week, like what, twice?
Yeah.
Where Bitcoin will make it look like, okay, we're gonna have a little recovery, and then next thing you know, it's down 2K. So I think it's kind of just playing with that market emotion thing and getting the retail traders to be emotional and getting people out. So
Hold up, my man Darren Jones. Hey, Darren says, "Nah, we're not in
he
the
thinks
debt."
we're going.
Hey, yo, Darren, let me know why, sir. Let me know why. Okay.
Yeah, we need to know why.
Now you guys know technical analysis is not my forte. I'll be doing that in the bear market though, because then y'all won't be watching, and then I can make all the mistakes on YouTube and watch, right? But one of my favorite YouTubers is Backchain Backer, right? And Brianna, you watch him too.
Yes,
He mentioned that basically Bitcoin, the bull run for Bitcoin is done. It's finished, right? Now, there's another YouTuber by the name of Tone Vase who basically said that we're going back to $20,000. Now, let me read this. If we break this moving average, I would need to bring the $200 week moving average in. And well, that's not good, is it? That takes us down to the $20,000 mark. Now, in a way, that's bad. Did I say $2,000?
He said 20. He said 20.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Whew. Guys, bear with me, man. It was raining earlier and now it's cold. I might have to turn the heat up. Facts. Now, in a way, that's bad, but in a way, that's actually really good. In a way, if we do make it here, oh boy, is there going to be a massacre? Mostly in the Ishcoin space, there will be a massacre. There will be huge panics, but also look at how the 200 week perfectly bounced the price off Bitcoin to eventually new all-time highs. So resetting this market to the $200 week moving average would be, I'm not going to say good, but it's not going to be bad either. So he's saying it'll go down to 20K. Backchain Backer, do you know where he said Bitcoin might go to?
He said around that range. He said 13 to 20K.
Okay. Now, shout out to Darren Jones. He says, got to give credit where it's due, Solo. One of your old videos is why I'm in crypto. Thank you. Hey, brother, thank you for the donation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all you cats in crypto, I got to keep it 100. You guys see the crypto addresses in the freaking chat. Yo, throw some crypto in there, man. Like, YouTube be taxing. Nah, Darren Jones, I'm just capping, man. Real talk. But here's the thing. And Brianna, me and you were going back and forth before we went live, right? I'm not going to be disingenuous. Right now, a lot of people are saying bear market. We're in a bear market, right? I would say that, you know what? You're correct. Because if you look at it, Bitcoin's top was at what, 69,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to 64, and now we're at 49, okay? However, this is why I'm saying I'm bullish for the long term and bearish for the short term, because the reality is that, and maybe I am going off of what I'm seeing fundamentals, right? You see the rise of the metaverse, right? You see all this bullish news that we've been having this year. El Salvador adopting Bitcoin, Visa, MasterCard coming out talking about they're going to be adopting Bitcoin and crypto. Staples Center being renamed to crypto.com, which will be official in about 2 weeks, right? However, Brianna, you brought up an excellent point. Excuse my language. F all that, Solo. F all that. What about technical analysis? And I got to agree with you. Technical analysis does say that the bull market is over. However, Brianna, you brought up an interesting point that Backchain Backer brought up. Salute to him. Maybe one day I'll get the pleasure of interviewing him. That even though Bitcoin, he mentioned that Bitcoin, there was no blow off top this year that we've been known, right? Like 2017, there was a blow off top and whatnot. And then 2013 too. That altcoins haven't ran yet, really, right? Now, Brianna, I know you've been watching my videos and you've been giving me the side eye the whole show. And I've been hitting on, I don't know if that's your cousin or your auntie, but you've been giving me the side eye the whole show. But remember, Brianna, I told you that, if altcoins haven't ran yet, then we're still in the bull market. So
well, I didn't say bear for everything. I said,
no, wait, Brianna. Listen, Brianna, you my homegirl, but I gotta give you
beta.
No. I gotta give you, Brianna. Hold on. Yeah, I got no. Don't try to cap. No. Now you trying to no, shorty. I got.
I said Bitcoin bear market. I said the altcoins still.
You didn't say that. No, shorty. Brianna,
So,
you know what I gotta say to you right now?
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
I Brianna.
Y'all don't let him lie to you like that.
And you know what, Brianna? But I'd rather put those up than the pogs because I know that annoys the heck out of you.
Not put the. I had to Google what a pog was. That is so sad. So sad. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I did not say that we were in a bear market for crypto. I said we are in a bear market based off of TA for Bitcoin, but the altcoins have not ran yet, so they still have their moment. Regardless, whether Bitcoin keeps going or Bitcoin stops. Yeah.
Okay. And you know what, Brianna, I do appreciate you for holding me accountable because you're right. We're in a bear market. According to technical analysis, we're in a bear market. But
for
huh?
Bitcoin, you gotta specify.
For Bitcoin, right? But technical analysis, y'all didn't predict that we would have a flash crash in a week and a half, right? Now, I was watching Bill Noble. Salute to him. You know what, Brianna? Should I play what Bill said? The video clip of what Bill said?
Go for it.
It's up to you. All right, Brianna. So while I find the clip, I want you to here's the thing. I want you to be honest and say, hey, this is why I think what I'm thinking right now. Nobody's gonna judge you besides, Miss Dixon. But anyway, go ahead, Brianna. Tell them why, because we're looking at technical analysis too. So tell them why you're going on, why your opinion is the way that it is, and I'll find what Bill Noble said.
So looking at the TA, we've hit the top for Bitcoin, and right now we're in a sort of a downtrend consolidation time where we're just going to be, sideways. And once it kind of retraces, once Bitcoin starts doing its retracement actions, that would be the telltale sign that Bitcoin's in the bear market, because it will start forming a head and shoulders pattern, and head and shoulders patterns typically indicate bearish sentiment that a downward move is going to be a continuation. So that is why, and that's largely influenced by Blockchain Backer. Like, he's a TA superhero for crypto, and he's amazing, and he's not emotional at all. He's just strictly like based off the charts. He does have a scenario in which if we do not do that sideways action and we don't retrace, if Bitcoin just keeps dropping and gets to that low, like that 1320K area, then we could have that blow off the top moment. So There's scenarios. There's no like, right or wrong way. It's just kind of like it's not looking too solid for Bitcoin. I don't think that 100K Bitcoin everybody thought was going to happen is in the cards.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the shade that you threw in there. Hey, he's not emotional. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't shade for you.
That was crazy shade, bruh. Facts. Now, for those who are not familiar with Bill Noble, salute to Token Metrics. Ram, the CEO, Ian Ballina, that's my homie. Bill Noble is a guy who used to work for Goldman Sachs, and now he works for Token Metrics. He does the technical analysis sentiments for them. Very well-versed guy. Let's take a look at what he has to say. Hold on. Hopefully I found the right part.
It stops or slows down the printing press. That's bad for equities. That could create a flash crash in crypto. So Bitcoin 42K, ETH.
Hold on a second. Let me wind that back a little bit because I want y'all to hear what he says. And then so y'all don't think, oh, Solo's crazy. Okay, here we go.
For an enormous Fed announcement. There should be a relief rally. Avalanche is already up 10%. The Fed's job is to fight inflation, not wreck the markets and ruin Christmas. Okay. Then tomorrow, there may be a decline as people realize in equities that the party is over. That when the Fed stops or slows down the printing press, that's bad for equities. That could create a flash crash in crypto. So Bitcoin 42K, ETH 3,400.
Okay, so hold on. Let me continue.
Or ETH 3,000 or whatever.
Okay, so Brianna, he's talking about that there could be a flash crash tomorrow based off of the news that we got today and then dealing with equities to 42K, right? Now, we just dipped to 48K. And you know what, Brianna? When you brought up the dead cat bounce to me, and then I'm listening to Bill, right? Now I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay. This makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Brianna's like, I'm texting my cousin to stay away from you. Okay. Yo, no, I'm joking. But Brianna, when you hear this, and I'm not putting you on the spot right now, but I am, right?
You clearly are.
Do you agree with what Bill is saying right now? Does that make sense to you? Or no? Well, keep it 100.
It makes sense to me, but I don't agree or disagree. All of what we're hearing from anybody is just speculation. So it's like I feel like I don't know anything. I'm not a whale. I don't have billions of dollars to make big decisions. All I know is anything that we see on the charts is not by mistake. So
Brianna, I'm so glad you said that. That's why I always say, guys, we're not financial advisors. Do your own research. If you want a financial advisor, get Brianna when she gets her official CPA, BBA, DDA license. Wait, didn't you say like you needed you are a CPA,
I'm
right?
a CPA, so I can give financial advice in a limited fashion, but to be a full-on financial advisor, there's like compliance and things I have to do for my state to be able to do that.
No, guys, bring the chats in. Let's read some of the chat comments. I appreciate that. MRK Kane says, now since the debt ceiling was raised up, are we going to see the markets go up? I think, as Bill just said, no. I think we're going to go down first before we go up. That's just my sentiment, just like Bill says. Because if anybody's been watching my Patreon, I said we're going to go down to 37.36. And then people are like, yo, Solo, we didn't go down. Well, I didn't give a time frame. I mean, that could be 36, 37, could be tomorrow, it could be a week. I said that on Patreon. But if you're not on Patreon, you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Shout out to JB Momini. He says, everyone acts like the Fed doesn't lie constantly. They have to counter their actions with the opposite sentiment. They can't come out and say they're going to print to infinity. But they want to print to infinity. Darren Jones says, yo, look at Darren Jones with the high value man picture and call. Yo, I bet you be getting them all on Tinder, my nigga, with that picture. Anyway, he says they went up already. I feel you, bro. I feel you. He says, damn near my whole watch list is on green on Webull. Bro, you on Weeble? Bro, no, bro, hit me up, bro.
Yeah, you got to get off Weeble, man.
Get the heck off Weeble, my G.
You got to slide off of there, man.
Man, come on, bro. How long you been watching me? You should come on, get off Weeble, fam. You know they're gonna be raking you with them fees. Damn, man. All you rich cats, you always be on Weeble and Robinhood. And we're gonna talk about Robinhood in a moment too, but I'm gonna play a little bit more of what Bill's got to say, and then we're gonna keep it moving because Brianna looked like she's about to fall asleep. So let's keep going.
Off the flash crash in crypto, I believe crypto, not investment advice, could turn around and go up. I actually woke up more bullish this morning than I have been in 2 weeks, looking at YouTube guys saying the bear market is here and everything is going to zero. Now, after the flash event, okay,
guys. So Bill thinks that there's going to be another flash event. Now, when I talk to my TA guys, right, before I made my Patreon video, and then I looked at certain groups that have TA guys as well, particularly on Telegram, Reddit, and whatnot. What Bill says actually coincides with, hold on, let me turn my phone off. Damn, man. It coincides with the fact that we could go back down to about 40. And then if we go below 40, it'll be 36, 37. Now, a lot of people might think, Solo, you're capping. You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't. But I know that I'm doing better this year than Bitboy Crypto. So that's all I care about, right? But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm pulling up the Bitcoin obituaries where Bitcoin supposedly has died 434 times, right? Now, Brianna, if you ever go on this website, it's called 99bitcoins.com. It's got indicators and articles of all the times where people thought Bitcoin died, right? And people talking about Bitcoin headed to zero, Bitcoin doing this. Why am I pulling this up? Well, you know what I find interesting, Brianna? The UK came out with some FUD yesterday, or maybe today. I think it was yesterday, where they said that anybody who's invested in Bitcoin, be prepared to lose your money because it's going to go down to zero. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that.
Okay. Well, it's out there, right? Now I'm pulling this up to show you guys. This is this year alone, right? Now let me show you guys since Bitcoin's existence. Look at how many times they predicted Bitcoin to be dead, right? Now, once again, I know Brianna would say that's emotional. No, we're looking at technical analysis. We're looking at all the times people said Bitcoin was dead and look at how it's continued to rise, okay? Guys, I'm not here to mislead anybody. I'm not here to say that we're going to be going up to 100K. No, what I've been saying, guys, is since September is we're going to be going down. And I don't think this is the bottom. Brianna, do you agree with me that 48K, 49K ain't the bottom right now that we're looking at?
I agree.
Okay. So Brianna agrees with me on that, at least. Thank God. My thing is this, guys, and I'm not here to give any emotions. Right now, we have to just wait and see what's going to happen, right? However, I do think, as Bill said, if there is a flash crash, this might be a great buying opportunity to get some coins on the cheap, right, Brianna? Like it was a week or week and a half ago where you could get some coins for the low. And so I'm just saying, set your limit orders up just in case. And here's the thing. I will not, and Brianna, I was telling you this. If you feel like, technical analysis is saying that we're done with Bitcoin, right? And then it's going to be altcoin season. I'm thinking about cashing out. I will not fault anybody for taking profits right now. I won't. Because at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for your portfolio and for you. So if you have to take profits out, whether to cover your overhead or you want to reinvest, I think it's not a bad thing. Just make sure that when you re-enter, that you take a deep dive, technical analysis wise, or on my Patreon, and we'll break it down. Shameless plug. Coach Alice Corner says, what's your email, bro? I'll shoot you a message right now. solotv84@gmail.com. solotv84@gmail.com. Okay. Appreciate you. All right. So now let's take a look at some Shiba Inu. So you guys know I've been bullish on Sheep. I don't think Sheep is dead, right? Anyway, and let's continue. So Shiba Inu, as you guys know, they're still burning coins. I mean, they've got, this is what, 410? Is that quadrillion? I think it's quadrillion.
That's trillion.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Brianna. I knew that. Yeah. So Shiba Inu, people are still burning SHIB all every day. They've got burn addresses where you could send to. Now, the reason I'm bringing up SHIB is because SHIB is obviously a popular coin. Brianna, did you hear about that Shiba Inu's planning to have like a massive coin burn for Christmas holidays or something like that? Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'm wondering if it's still in play, right? And then to other news, guys. So one of the things that I've been doing on Patreon is I've been talking about launch pads, right? The metaverse, and I think that in 2022, you're going to see a continuous rise of metaverse gaming, particularly P2E, play to earn. And launch pads, guys, this is what the type of stuff I talk about in my Patreon, where you can get into some of these projects before they are listed officially, right? Now, this is by GameFi.org. And what does this mean? So what it means is, like, some of these games out here coming out, before they're listed publicly, you can actually get into these games by being an early investor, right? Now, this one is called FT Tribe Fighters, excuse me. It's an IGO. It's called Initial Game Offering. And basically, you can apply for the whitelist, right? And with some of these launch pads, there's a minimum coin amount that you have to invest, but you can invest more if you choose to. So that's why, Brianna, and I'm pretty sure you know this, but when you look at a coin that comes out, right? Have you ever noticed where it's really high and then it gets listed publicly and then it drops?
Yeah.
Well, it drops because people are taking profits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm saying is, with these initial game offerings, with these pool communities, you can get into projects early. Now, obviously, this is for people who have that additional income or money to put into some of these projects, because here's the thing. What if you get into a project super duper early, like Hero, right? Or you get into what's the one that we're in? Is it MetaPet? Micropets. There's another one called MetaPets. Anyway, so many pets now, man. But these are projects that you can get into. Some of them are public sales, so you can get into them early and invest early. Now, be advised, there's not financial advice. There is a risk because, it could flop. Brianna, what is your opinion on launch pads? I know you've been looking at them. Are you a fan of them? Do you think it's too risky? Do you think it's worth it? What is your opinion on launch pads?
This current state of the market, I'm not looking at new stuff for the most part. I'm looking at the dips on the projects that I believe in long term. So for me, it's a no-go, but I know a lot of people that are getting into ICOs and fair launches and everything and making pretty good money. It's just what your priorities are, and if you have dry powder, like, they can be good opportunities, but that's not my focus right now.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like Brianna has been listening to my Patreon. Hey, because right now I'm just trying to, top up my position on coins that I'm already bullish on, such as XRP, Empire, and I've definitely been copping XDC for sure at some of these prices. Okay, and then we're gonna do a quick open Q&A session, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask before Brianna falls asleep with her grandma mask. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be roasting you, man.
You ain't gotta put me on blast like that.
I just can't see it going down in the first half of 2022. More money is moving into crypto from equity, real estate, and precious metals markets, plus increased institutional investing. Hey, JP, JP, let me make you a mod, bro.
Oh my god.
Let me make you a mod. Hey, Brianna, Brianna, this is up to you. Do you want me to throw out the link for people who have got questions real quick, and then we'll do it? All right, guys. So we're gonna throw out the link for people who have questions or their input. I want to get you guys' sentiment or technical analysis on the market. We're gonna have people come on one at a time. Listen, don't be long-winded, bruh. Don't be long-winded, man. I will kick you off, man. I will listen, man. I don't play with you dudes. Like I will kick you guys off. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, so check out GameFi.org if you do have disposable income or monies. Not financial advice, but you guys could find something. And if anybody has any questions, you feel free to hop on, or if you want to give your opinion, feel free. Deron Jones, feel free to hop on. You my bro. You already know. He says the dip happened already. We hit 41. We back at 48 now. LOL. Yeah, bro, I don't disagree with you on that, but
Oh no.
I mean, but bro, remember we talked about that cat bounce, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I was wrong with my Obama prediction. Mr. Kane says Doge was down last year around this time too. Then the pump came after the new year. I'm hoping SHIB is going to do the same thing. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Shiba Inu is going to pump in January like crazy. I think the market from January to March is going to be glorious. That's my opinion. Mr. Kane says, I'm being stingy for Christmas so I can make a few moves after the first of the year. Hey, bro, listen, I ain't mad at you if you go and watch the new Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at that. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to wait for people to hop on. We'll give it another 2 minutes. If not, we're going to get out of here because, Brianna's got to, be a high-value woman and make some food and fold some laundry. So. I know, bro. I'm clowning today. Guys, listen. And guys, I do want to say this real quick. All jokes aside, I saw a video today by a popular YouTuber, a guy that I've watched by the name of Chico Crypto. And he basically says he's taking a break from the market because the anxiety and depression that it's caused them. Mm-hmm. And guys, I want to say this. It can become very, very stressful, this market, because as Brianna, you know this, when we started collabing, Empire was on fire, right? Yep. Shiba Inu was on fire. Mm-hmm. And now we've been going like down and up and then down and up, right? Because we want the market to do well, but it can be very nerve-wracking. And so, guys, I don't blame anybody at all. Guys, take a break. Sometimes it just, maybe have your alerts up for if there's a major price dip or a major price rise. But one thing I do, Brianna, there are days where I don't even look at my portfolio because because it can cause anxiety. I'm being honest, right? Mm-hmm. And so, guys, I'm telling you this, take a dip, because if your emotions are getting the best out of you, you will make brash decisions, meaning that you will make decisions that are not good. Because you're doing those decisions out of emotions. You're not doing it logically, right? So I think that it's healthy to take a break because breaks are good. You know what I'm saying? Breaks are healthy. I took a pod break last weekend. You know what I'm saying? Breaks are healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? Brianna's like, we need to get you a woman of the most. Brianna, you know what? I'm going to give you the Drake face, right? Because that's how you look right now. Facts. Drinks are good. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, if you can call Niecy up and her friends, do that. Get a break, but because it can be stressful. But also, like I said to you, Brianna, I will never fault anybody for taking profits. You got to do what's best for you financially. And this is why I'm not giving financial advice. And Brianna isn't either, because Everybody's
I'll give it away for free.
situation is different. Hold up, we got Deron Jones in the building. Yo, Deron Jones, man, bro, what's going on, bro? I know you
What's
don't
up?
think we're in a dead cat bounce, man. I mean, you see how the market has been. You know, we were at 69,000 almost. Then we went to 64. Now we're to 48, and now there's a lot of apprehension. I mean, the Fed came out and basically said that, yo, we're gonna curb our spending, but we're not. Interest rates aren't gonna be increased until 2022. Now you're a better expert at this than I am. Let the audience know who you are and what is your take on this, bro?
Okay, this is Deron checking in. Y'all probably know me best from the R&B group 112. So that's my thing is music. But I mean, from what I see, like we hit the all-time high at 69K.
Wait. You part of the R&B group 112?
Yeah.
How you just gonna casually drop that?
Wait.
Do I need to sing for you right now? Hold on.
Yo.
I mean, you asked. You said,
bro. Hey, no cap, but only you, bro. When I played that song back, I mean, I've been playing it, but you know, I'm a little bit younger. But that song came out what 96?
Yeah,
bro,
96.
I remember playing that in 2010 while I was, waxing that. Anyway, that's bro.
Oh my God.
Brianna, we got Deron, I appreciate you, bro. I know you look familiar. Yo, my bad, bro.
No, you good.
Peaches and cream?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is drop the beat solo.
Bro, the filthy things I did to Peaches and cream.
Hey.
Like a fiend. My bad, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, but seriously, like we hit the 69, then we hit the 58. And then once we hit 58, I kind of started a swing trade. You know what I'm saying? Because my target for my swing trade is like 72K. So once we hit 58, I started those small buys just in case it went back up. Because, the price prediction was 100K for the end of the year. That's everybody's price prediction. So once we hit 58K and we start going lower and lower, I start putting those bigger buys in. But as we started getting lower, if you see Elon sold that Tesla stock a few a few days ago, like a week or so ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he had to pay taxes, right?
So he sold out. He sold out of his position. So that's a key look right there. Elon done sold out of his position. So they already preparing, and then now they running the news. So now they running the news, and they get everybody on this bearish sentiment. And generally, when that sentiment is bearish like this, because last time everybody expected it to go to 20K. Garrett Soloway's prediction was 20K. And you see it got all the way down. It never hit 20K because the sentiment was so bearish, the bottom was already in. So that's why I placed my prediction to be that the bottom was 41 because the sentiment is so bearish. Everybody's saying it's going to 30. Everybody's saying it's going to 20. Everybody's saying it's going to 10. But no, the bottom is in. We going back up right now. And my prediction for the end of the year is 88K.
Oh, yo, ladies and gentlemen, we got Deron Jones. Hey, yo, Deron, I'm following you on Instagram, bro. Bro, are you still in Atlanta, bro?
Yeah, I'm still in the A.
Oh, bro, listen, man. I'm gonna be there next year because I'm doing some business down there with some people.
Yeah,
bro, we definitely got to link up. You know, what
man.
I'm saying?
Look, we got a link, man. Now you the reason I'm in crypto. I seen one of your
bro.
old
I didn't know you watched me, bro.
Like some years ago. Yeah, I be on the low, in the manosphere and everything. You know what I'm saying?
You got solo blushing.
But yeah, man, I seen it was a video a long time ago, and then I started. It was somewhere I was watching it, and you was like said something about I made like 10,000. That number, I never forget that 10,000. I said 10,000. Hold on.
I know that's when I started like a concert night. You'd be like, bro, we used to play 10K each on a concert night. Okay,
man. I was like, I need to look into this crypto thing. I need to see what's cracking. So I started researching it, and I just fell in love with it from there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, just so you know that he ain't capping. This is Deron. Hey, Deron, I'm following your Instagram, bro. Like, let me know, bro. You know,
okay, I'll follow you back. I'll follow you.
You know, man, let me know. We got to do an interview in the future. How you went from 112 and Bernice's and Nicole's to crypto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah, Brianna, don't be a hater. We got, we got Devin Jones watching us for real. Like, and here's the here's the crazy part, bro. Like, I didn't even know who you was, that Darren Jones. Like, and by the way, I'm not capping, bro. I am a 112 fan. I can pull out all my albums. I got what was it chapter 3?
Part 3, yeah.
Part 3. Oh my gosh. You guys have this interlude. I'm sorry, yo. I know I'm acting like a groupie right now. Remember that interlude? If you were available, if you were available, bro. So many women. Anyway, I know, Darren, you'd be like, man, Solo, stop cap. I used to be skinnier back in the day, bro. Anyway, let's get back to the crypto, man. So, bro, let me ask you this. Like, one of the things I was talking to another YouTuber on FaceTime, and he's a big YouTuber. I'm not trying to, put him on blast. He says, yo, I be dipping in your crypto videos, but I don't really like it. Sounds good, bro, because you be using all them jargons and lexicons, but I don't really know what you be talking about. And I'll be like, bro, that's why you got to either watch my earlier videos or get the course, right?
Right.
But let me ask you this, like, when you heard me talk about crypto and when you start to look into it, like, number one, how did it make sense to you? And then when you explain crypto to somebody who has no idea, how do you explain cryptocurrency to somebody who doesn't have a grasp of the lingo or what it even is for?
Yeah, that's a great question, because it's very confusing to people, because a lot of people think it's a scam. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think it's a scam. And there are a lot of scams in crypto. So people kind of tend to think it's crazy, because these volatile swings, like you could put $20 in crypto and tomorrow, it can be $5,000. So people, it sounds like a scam, but I always go back to just value storage, because that's something people can understand. Like, if you go to work every day, you make $20 a day, just hypothetically, you make $20 in that day. Where do you store that $20 worth of value? You store it inside the US dollar. And once you break it down to people like that, you can tell them, okay, if you don't want to get hit with inflation, which when they print these dollars, the value and the purchasing power of that money is going to go down. If you don't want your value that you've accumulated by working to experience that, then you want to put that value in something else. So you put it in real estate, you put it in stocks, you know what I'm saying? You may put it in, any type of investment, art, or digital art, which is NFTs. But at the end of the day, with the dollar doing what it's doing, you really want to find somewhere else to store your value. You spoke about earlier that we lost 6% on the dollar already. But if you look at CPI, the consumer index or whatever, if you really look at that, you got to analyze that for yourself, because everybody have a personal CPI, really, you know what I'm saying? Or CSI, whatever it is. Everybody have a personal one. What would be your basket of things? Like, one thing I know is steaks. I eat steaks once a week. Them steaks went up for me. The gas went up. So it's different things for different people where they're going to be affected by this value that the dollar loses as they're printing it. So, but if you store your value in Bitcoin, we see that Bitcoin has been on an upward trajectory for the past 7 years or so, making it like 100+% a year on your money versus the dollar going down. So there's a graph that you can look at where there's a buggy, and they put things that you could buy with $1 inside of this buggy. And as the years go by, you can buy less and less in that buggy. And then they take another buggy and they put what you could buy with Bitcoin, which everybody knows it started out as a pizza. Now you can buy a Corvette with a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? But today you can buy a Corvette with a Bitcoin.
What's crazy is a lot of people don't realize, and you're talking about, I think it was in 2011 or 2010, where the dude sent his Bitcoins to some cat from the USA to the UK to buy pizza. He got 2 boxes of pizza, Brianna. I don't know if you heard the story, right?
Yeah.
And now that pizza is in 2017, I believe correct me if I'm wrong, the pizzas were like worth 10 racks. Now, because the price of Bitcoin has gone up, even now though we're down, the pizza is probably worth like 40, 50 stacks. I hope that was the best pizza the dude ever had, bro. Because
another thing too that you can compare it to, because you're dealing with physical products, and you going from a physical product to a digital product. So with the music business, it was CDs, tapes, 8 tracks, vinyl, and then they created a way for music to be digital, and it was MP3s. So
yeah, MP3s, yeah.
So this is what they're doing with money. You know what I'm saying? You have paper money, but now they have programmable money. You know what I'm saying? Money where you can store your value in, and you don't have to depend on the decisions of the government. Everybody waiting around to see what the government is going to do. Are y'all going to keep buying these stocks and bonds and everything like this and holding this bubble up that is the market, or are y'all going to pull back? And everybody making their financial decisions based on that. But whereas if you buy into a Bitcoin, or we buy into Bitcoin as a group, we're really in control of Bitcoin because we tell what the price is. Us buying and selling it makes the determination of what the price is. So, I mean, it's deep, man. But you can see now, now the money is getting digital. The money.
and you know, and you know what? It's funny because I'm Deron, and by the way, I was looking at your platinum plaques in the back. I was like, yo, that might be Deron Jones for real. Like, hold on, let me Google him real quick. Like, bruh. Oh yeah. Man, bruh. Like, yo, it's crazy because like I've seen you on my channel before and you've donated before, and I didn't really think about it, but yo, you guys don't understand, man. You guys gotta understand. 112. I was in college, peaches and cream. You feel me? And y'all had that one song, man. Listen, I'm gonna sound like a simp right now. Still in love? What?
Oh yeah.
I used to play that for. Oh man, you don't want to know. And I surrender, bruh. Yep. You know how many women I've made love to in that song? I surrender. Like Deron, that's how you know. God. That's how you know I listen to your music. You'd be like, yo, Solo really.
You know what's up. You know what's up. I mean, when you start naming album cuts that wasn't on the radio, you know what's up.
Bro, I surrender. And then the one song, bro, listen, man, listen. If you were, that used to be my favorite, even though it was an interlude. I wish I would have made that a song. That was cold. If you are available, if you are.
Hey, man, that's what's up, like, Solo, man.
Because every time listen, for all you ladies that want a high value man, listen to that song. That'll get you a high value man.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Let me ask you this, Deron. Let me ask you this. And am I saying your name right?
Yeah, it's Deron. You got it.
All right, Deron. Let me ask you this, bro. I've been talking about Shiba Inu for a minute, right? What's your take on the rise of meme coins? Are you in Shiba? Do you rock with the meme coins, or what's your take on that, bro? Like, I just want you to be honest. Or you'd be like, man, that's what, get him out of here. Like, what's your take? Or you're like, yeah, I made a bad.
I think you know what I'm saying. As an investor, if you're a crypto investor, I think a meme coin strategy is very smart. I think it should be a separate strategy, though. I don't think you should put all your eggs in the meme coin basket. Because if you think about it, Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are really like the biggest players, the major players, the ones that, they call Bitcoin the granddaddy of crypto, and Ethereum, of course, is what a lot of these different coins are being built on. But I think you should definitely have a meme coin strategy, like get you some type of account and then set you up a meme coin portfolio. That's what I did, And so I'm into Shiba, I'm into Doge, you know what I'm saying? Those really the main two. I really don't. Outside of them, I think Dogecoin is pretty cool because, these are community tokens, and a lot of people, the way these tokens are really blowing up is because of community. People galvanize around these tokens, and they put money in these tokens, and everybody wins. So, a lot of people who are real crypto heads, they really don't like that idea because a lot of these coins end up outperforming these, the real technology that this space is about. But man, if you buying the Bitcoin, you buying the Ethereum, man, you got to have your meme coin strategy just in case. Because I mean, that Shiba Inu pump, man, that was a life-changing pump. That thing was life-changing.
Facts. So I totally agree with that.
You don't want to be exposed now. Never invest more than what you can afford. Never invest so much money that you watching those charts every day scared. You know what I'm saying? You just watching them because it's fun to watch them. Don't invest so much that you watching them scared, but at the same time, definitely have a meme coin strategy. Definitely.
And that's what I was trying to tell Brianna, right? Is like, I don't think this bull run is over, like I said, Deron, because right now, and I know you disagree with me, and that's fine. And I'm glad that you do, because I don't claim to be all knowing, right?
Yeah.
But I think that personally, and I've been saying this since September because, and I know my camera's messed up right now because, I've been breathing on it. If you are available, you feel me? I'm going to play that song after. I'm going to call a pause up real quick. But I think that, Duran, 2022 is going to be crazy for the crypto market, especially the first quarter, because there's going to be so much money coming in. And I think that, when I played that video clip earlier about the dude talking about inflation declining, right, or going down, I think that'll create more confidence in the market. But also, Duran, this may sound petty, but I got to bring this up because I know you know about this. A lot of people don't realize this, but for institutions, it's the opposite. But I'm talking about taxes, right? The retailer right now, money is tight. Let's be honest. Because Christmas is about to come up, right? We just had Thanksgiving, right? Which, whatever. It's not a lot, but with inflation it is. But Christmas is about to come up, so people's money is tied up. And then, New Year's is coming up, right? I'm about to take Brianna's auntie to Puerto Rico. So, New Year's is tied up. But I think that with the new year coming up, and always this, if you look at crypto, it's always around the holidays where people are like, yo, I made this bag off of, Doge or Shiba Inu or Bitcoin. I'm just using those as examples, right? Boom. Now, I know people are saying, okay, so that sounds fundamentals. It is, but if you look at the history of Bitcoin for the last 3 years, usually December has always been either bearish or bullish, right? Right now, it's looking bearish, which is great because, my motto is when people are in fear, you look at the fear to greed index is at 29. That's when I get greedy, right?
Buy time, yeah.
So Ron, I know you're like, yo, where's this dude going with this? What I'm trying to say is that I think that right now, I think we both agree. Like, you think that we're just going to keep going up. I think that we're in a dead cat bounce where we're going to be going up a little bit and then we're going to retrace. And then I believe still we're going to shoot up, but I don't believe it's going to happen till next year. Let me ask you this. Where do you see cryptocurrency? And I'm not going to hold you to this, but where do you see it in 2022, going up until May or June even? Do you think that we're going to have like an extended bull run, as I mentioned, that we're going to, because I've said that we'll have an extended bull run until March, possibly April, depending on what coin you got, right? Or do you think like, nah, Solo, you bugging, January, things are going to be blah, and then we're going to go be in a bear market? What's your take on what you've been seeing and your opinion for 2022, the beginning?
From what I see, like, if you look at the level of adoption that we're starting to get in the space, I think these huge, scary, dips, I think it's over with. I think it's just going to be like, we just pretty much had like a 30% correction somewhere around there. I think you're just going to keep getting those for a while. Like, I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But like, I tend to just look at the market. I look at the charts. I look at some of my favorite analysts, and I just gather the sentiment, and then I make a judgment, and I just live with it. So right now, my judgment was I am buying. You know what I'm saying? I am buying with the expectation of the end of December pump. Now, that could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could make all this analysis and then be like, oh, man, we hit 20K, but I live with it. But as far as what I'm saying, I see a December pump, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year, like around 88K. And then in January, on up through. Like, if the Fed, because they keep coming out and saying they're going to pull back, and they never do. And as they say on CNBC, they just keep kicking the can down the road. You know what I'm saying? So if they come out and decide to taper in March as they're insinuating, then I think that's when we're going to see the pullback in the risk, the riskier assets. People are going to go into more safer bets.
Hey, yo, Duran, you already know. Oh, yo, that's oh my, yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, man,
in college, man, come on, bro. It was all about 112. Now, if she was a Becky, then I played some John Mayer. I ain't gonna.
Hey, I can dig it.
Hey, but Duran, let me ask you this. So
yeah.
because I know you've been watching my videos for a while. Because like I said, I've seen you in my comments, bro. I didn't. And one thing I like about you is the fact that you didn't pull the celebrity card. Like, nigga, you don't know who I am. Blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah, man. I mean, we people, man. Like, we people. And sometimes I go places and people say, "Oh my God, that's bruh." And then sometimes I could just be walking and nobody know. So I don't really trip about it. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey,
It's
bro,
cool.
listen,
We all human, you know what I'm saying?
You still in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I'm still in the A.
Listen, so right now, bro, I'm talking to Brianna's auntie. So listen, bro, I'm gonna need like an autograph CD. I'm gonna bring the CD myself. I don't care.
Hey man, we got a link. When you get back to the A though, we got a link for real.
Oh man, I'm after this whole many transformer corn whatever is done,
Okay.
bro. I'll be down there. But I went to ATL in July, bro, right? And I was kind of like apprehensive, but ATL was the most lit trip, even more lit than and I've been to Miami many times. But when I went to ATL, it's like there's so many content creators, right, down there that do YouTube. And you know what's funny? Because where I live, right? Because I live in a white ass state. If I tell people I do YouTube, I want to collab, they look at me crazy, like, okay. But in ATL, like you talk about, I'm doing YouTube, I'm trying to collab. Everybody's like, here's my card, hit me up. I'm about this, that, right? But let me get off that for a second. Let's get back into the crypto like I never left. So you've heard me talk about XRP a lot, right? And,
yes.
And I'm not sure if you're familiar with XRP. And me and Brianna, we talked about XRP a little bit. And one thing I want to do is I want to talk about XRP more. What is your take on XRP? Do you think that, because I made a video earlier this week talking about a buyback, which I don't think will happen, by the way. Let me just state that. But do you have XRP or what's your take on XRP? Or do you think like, XRP is cap? What's your take on XRP, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I like XRP. I'm really like, I'm just kind of like, let me have some just in case.
Hey, bro,
because this SEC situation is kind of crazy, but it's just weird, man. Like, how are they being targeted? Why are they being targeted? And that's just a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I like XRP and I do hold a lot of it because I'm hoping that this case is gonna go well. So, but I just don't understand why they are being targeted. Like, what's the difference between an XRP and any of these other tokens? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I want to know. Maybe y'all got some insight on that. We're like, what's the difference?
Okay, so I'm gonna let Brianna answer because to me, XRP, you're the only one. You know what I'm saying? 112. Anyway, Brianna, do you want to break down to Deron why you think XRP is the only one?
I think the reason why they're targeting it is because the actual company operates in America. So they're trying to say that XRP is like a security because the company operates here. All the other cryptos, they're sourced from different places. So it's kind of like they're being bullies pretty much, just because they're American and they are excusing Bitcoin, they're excusing Ethereum. So it's pretty much like our assumption is that they're going to settle. I don't think they're going to win, lose. They're going to settle. And then once that settlement clears, like whatever the traditional movement should have been having will happen like that.
Yeah, that's
but
what's up.
yeah, that's why I think they kind of targeted it is because it's American and they can.
Hey, Durant, no, listen, bro, listen. I called Shiba Inu this year. Ask Brianna, that's facts. Before everybody jumped on it, facts. I called Empire Token when it went before it was even a penny. Before when it went to 17 cents. Brianna, am I right? Thanks. You know what? I can't even call it. Listen, I can't even like take credit for Empire Token. Like, I got to give glory to God on that one. Like, real talk.
Yeah.
But Duran, let me ask you this, bro. And I'm not going to keep you for long because we got to end the show because Brianna, she got to make some bacon and eggs for her man. What are your 5 favorite cryptos and why? Not financial advice, but what are your 5 favorite, like your 5 cryptos you're like, yeah, that's my shit right here. Like, yeah.
Right now, of course I like Bitcoin, Ethereum. I really like Solana because, with the high gas fees on Ethereum, it's coming in as a very strong competitor. I like Sandbox. Um, I actually like Cello a lot. I got into that real early. So yeah,
Cello. Okay,
yeah,
I got to do my research on that one. Okay.
yeah. Cello is basically the technology is basically like what's the technology here that or the fiat technology that sends uh money through the cell phone? Is that Cash App or
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Cash App, Venmo.
yeah. So it's that technology, but on the blockchain where you can send your digital
Oh,
currency using
hey,
the cell phone.
hey, yo, real talk, Duran. I'm gonna put you on some game because I already talked about this and I can pull up the receipts. But there's a token that's been around for a minute. It's going to blow up next year. It's known as Electronium, right?
Okay,
It's called peer-to-peer payments. That's what you're talking about, where it's from phone to phone, right? They
right.
call that peer-to-peer. And Electronium has a they're part of a research group currently known as the Pound Foundation. So what that
Okay.
means is right now the pound, as you know, is used in the UK, right, by the British, and so
Mhm.
they're looking to have their own CBDC, centralized digital coin, right? And I know I butchered the acronym, but what that means is like because a lot of banks are so late getting into crypto, they're looking at putting their own packages together, and what that will do then is, unfortunately, Duran, as you know, there's going to be a lot of people that they're not going to get into crypto because it's going to go over their heads. Because as you know, there's like a steep learning curve to crypto, right?
Yes.
You don't learn everything overnight, and I'm pretty sure you can attest to that, right? And even I've mentioned that even up to recently, I made a video about a month ago where I almost got scammed. You know what I'm saying? Because people are always come up new scams and whatnot. But yeah, Duran, yo, I appreciate you coming on. And real talk, all I really want to say is that I don't know where you are holding your coins, but if you hold them on the exchanges, man, get like a Ledger or a
Oh
Tracer.
yeah, I got a ledger. So I mean, I really trade on the exchanges and stuff like that. So like I'm like a holder over here. Then I do swing trading on some of the exchanges, and sometimes I do day trading.
Wait, you're a swing trader,
Yeah, I like to swing trade.
bruh. So not only are you singing peaches and cream while you swinging that, you know what I'm saying, pause, but you're also a swing.
Yeah, man, I love swing trading. That's kind of like the
Yo,
first.
Duran, no disrespect. You know, I got to make my jokes, fam. I mean, no
Yeah,
disrespect.
no, I feel you. I know.
It'd be like, yo, this dude Solo being a weirdo right now, man. I got
No,
to make
it's
my
all
jokes,
good.
man.
But yeah, man, I love swing trading and I'm into day trading too. So, but it's because I love it though. When you love it, you just want to do it all the time. So, of course, I have a holding portfolio where I just stack on that, and anything I believe in, I buy weekly. And then I have a trading portfolio where I look at the charts and check the trends out, and I try to make money off the moves.
That's dope, man. Brianna, do you have any questions for Duran? You know what I'm saying? And please don't ask him to sing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I can't look. I'm hoarse. They had me doing the "Can We Talk" challenge. I done lost my voice off that.
Oh, snaps. And Duran, I'm gonna show you something, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, bro, because this year I've been on fire, but I just want to show you this. So this is the Electronium symbol, right?
Okay.
And the Digital Pound Foundation launches to help implement UK's digital pound. So
Whoa.
You've been to the UK, I'm assuming, London, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been there. I already know. So basically what that means is you have Ripple, which Ripple we know deals with XRP, Avalap's Quant Network, that's a crypto as well,
Okay.
and Electronium. Now, Electronium, why am I bringing this up? Because Electronium, number two, it used to be a private blockchain, right? And then, as you know, with regulations coming in a lot of countries, a lot of private blockchains are just not going to make it. Let's just keep it 100. And so by them associating or aligning themselves with Quant, Ripple, Avalabs, and others, the UK is looking to have their own cryptocurrency, and this is what the Digital Pound Network will do. But here's another thing that I didn't even get to talk about, Deron, and I'm glad you came on. Electronium now, Xbox is now available in the ETN app, so you can spend Electronium on your favorite video games, TV shows, movies, game consoles, and more on Xbox. Now, you already know I'm a PlayStation guy, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, Deron, is ETN, a lot of people don't realize it's still very cheap. It's like 2 cents.
Okay.
And it has massive potential because of that fundamental sentiment, right? It's at a penny right now, Deron.
Right.
Deron, I swear to God, you cop you know, this for like a penny, and you holler at me 2 years from now, you're gonna be like, yo, Solo, you might.
I'm gonna check that out, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna check that out, man. Man, it's a lot because you put me on the spot with them 5 coins too, man. It's so many cryptos on me, man. It's crazy. You like BNB, CRO?
BNB is the CRO, man. I was so salty, bro, that I didn't put more money in that.
Man, look, I bought that thing so early, man. I done cashed out.
For real?
Yeah, I'm waiting on like.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real, Duran. I jumped into Crow. I jumped into it when it was like 8.9 or 9 cents back in like June, July, and I bought like $50 worth. I didn't even buy a lot. $50 is worth like 300 right now. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't put.
Yeah, man. I got in early because I saw that credit.
When did you jump in? Like, how much was it when you jumped in?
I want to say it might have been 3 or 4 cents.
Oh,
yeah, but it was this credit card. You know, that debit card. Oh yeah, I done cashed out. I'm just waiting on another little pullback I might buy in because they're saying it's gonna reach $1. You know what I'm saying? But that debit card, that's what got me on CRO. You know that card they got?
Yeah. They got a lot of cards, yeah.
But you can spend that card and it buys the crypto automatically. You know what I'm saying? And you could just sell it off, but it's giving you up to 8% back, depending on, you know, how much you stake of it. So that's really what got me into CRO. And then I was already watching BNB, and I missed the train on BNB, and I was like, yo, I'm not missing the CRO. These exchange tokens going crazy.
And you know what?
You think it's only going to $1?
I'm just saying that's the next price point that they call it now. But I look at it as going, you know,
it almost hit that. It got to what, 96 cents?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, Brianna, you don't think Crow's gonna hit $1? It almost hit $1. Like,
no, I think it's going way past that. So I'm like, $1 your target? I think it's going.
Oh no, I'm just saying, you know, that's the next target everybody's saying, because I really look at it. Well,
you're a trader, so I get it. You got to get in it. Yeah.
Well, it depends.
And you know what, Deron, and you know what? I think that as I said, I think next month it'll easily hit $1. It might even hit $1.50 or $2 for sure. You know,
man, what I mean? the potential on that is insane.
Facts. And then remember, Deron, I said early in the stream to Brianna, like when I thought, like, yo, am I going crazy? But then when Crypto.com, they bought the naming rights to Staples Center for like $700 million. Like, Deron, like, last question, bro. I know I'm asking a lot, but I want to get your sentiment because I know you talk to the people. I know whatnot. But why, in your opinion, are so many people asleep on crypto? Is it because they think it's just like a fad, or is I've heard people say, oh, it's just a fad or a scam, or do people really think, oh, because we already know people have made bread off of it. I know you've made bread. Brianna definitely made bread. She just didn't cash out. Facts. I've made a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think so many people think that crypto is not here to stay when behind the scenes we really know, like, all these companies are like trying to make their own crypto? Like Facebook, they just came up with Metaverse, right? What's your opinion on that? Do you think people just are not focused on crypto, or they don't understand it? Like, why do you think because if you think about it, I think I made a live stream on this. It's less than 15% of Americans that are in the cryptocurrency market right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, to me, I look at it like the music business. It's like trying to tell a record label, you know, in 1970 that they need to get on MP3s. You know what I'm saying? They can't see it at that time. They just can't see it. They're making their money off the record sales. So they're not going to see that they should go digital until Napster come out. Now, when Napster come out and they losing money, now they're gonna see, hey, we got to figure out how to make money on a digital tip. It's the same thing with the people. When they see, wait, I'm losing money, because it's hard to see that little 6%. But when it get to 8%, that's kind of close to 10. And when you got an account over here, you got your USD coin, you getting 10% a year, you beating inflation. You know what I'm saying? They sitting over here in a savings account getting 0.002. It's gonna hit in a minute.
Real talk, man. I was looking at my Cosmos stake, and it's like crazy right now. It's like almost 20%, and I'm just like, whoo! Like your bank account at like what 0.12%. Good luck. By the time you catch up to me, I'm already on my 5th lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
listen, they
facts.
do not. They're just gonna be late to the party, man. And anybody who finds out about crypto and fully understand it, like you try to share it with all your loved ones, it's like you begging them to buy it.
That's what's up.
And they just don't understand. They just don't see it. It's hard for them to get it. I try to break it down like the music business and say, hey, you know, records went digital. You know, money is the next thing to go digital. You know, buildings, you know, and selling and merch and, you know, commerce went digital with Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going digital. Cars are going electric. Everything is going digital. The next thing is the programmable money. Now they're programming the money. Ethereum got a program burn in that thing. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait.
Ethereum burning it and making it deflationary as you buying it. Like, what part of the game is this?
And ETH 2.0 ain't even been released yet. And once that release next year, Duran, I promise. Oh my God. So now you look at all these meme coins that are on the ERC20 tokens, right? That are ERC20 tokens. You know, and Duran, I know you've seen this. Like, imagine you just trying to buy like a meme coin for $500, but the fee is like $250. That don't even make no sense. But imagine once the fees drop to like 10, 15 bucks, it's gonna be crazy. You know what
I mean, and there's another token that I like. It's an incredible idea. Have you ever heard of Ample Fourth?
I haven't heard of it. No.
Just research it. Look into it when you get a chance. But
Ample Fourth, I definitely.
Ample Fourth is basically like with Bitcoin. What they're saying is Bitcoin has scarcity effect. You see what I'm saying? So Bitcoin has, what is it, 20 million Satoshis? So it's a capped number. And that's what make Bitcoin, one of the things that make Bitcoin so valuable is that it has that scarcity. So people already know you can't print no more Bitcoins, that's that. But this particular money, they're trying to have they basically calculate the CPI, like it calculates the spending power of the money itself. And it tries to mimic the spending power of the $1996. So that's programmed in there.
That's some
wait, 1996? Only you. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm about to listen to 112.
But man, you gotta look into this. You gotta look into that tech, man. It basically because you have scarcity with money, and I know you know about this because you're a real finance person. But money also has elasticity.
Facts.
Whereas, you know, the dollar, like the US dollar, it's 99 cents right now, then it's 102, then it creates that stability. This technology is programming that stability in this coin.
And it's called what? Ample coin, you said?
Ample Fourth.
Ample Fourth. Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
It's calculating, you know, the basket of goods that they use to determine whether inflation is 6 or 8%. It's calculating all of that, and it's protecting your purchasing power in this coin and giving you the purchasing power of the $1996. It's insane.
All right. Well, Duran, listen, I got one last question. I promise. I appreciate you on. I know this dude's like, damn, nigga, I charge for interviews. But anyway, last question.
You good with me, man. You put me on the crypto. We good for life.
last question, because I'm going somewhere with this. I promise. I'm off my. But real talk, tomorrow when my little girl come over, she gonna get that 112 treatment. Facts. Peaches and cream, you know. Hey, yo, I won't even say that because we're on crypto, but a lot of girls know what cream means when they talk about solo. No cap, real rap, all facts. Brianna, forgive me. Duran, do you still perform? Like, do you still do music? Do you do by yourself? Do you and the group still perform together? Or I'm going somewhere with this that's crypto related.
Yeah, I'll be on the solo tip these days, but I still perform. But like once the pandemic hit, I kind of just been chilling. I ain't really been out like that.
Okay. I mean, listen, man, I know the group, y'all, y'all split up in the early 2000s. I think it was 2006 or something, and whatnot. The record business, as you know, is funny style. I mean, is there any way we can ever get a reunion with y'all? Like, because you guys, like I said, bro, I'm not capping, man. I'm mentioning songs that a lot of cats don't know. I Surrender. If you are available.
Nah, you real. You know the songs on the album.
The player song, like I'm telling you, part 3. Like, that was my album for college. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
But I don't know what the situation is with you and the other guys. I don't know if y'all still cool or if there's like beef. I'm not trying to get into all that, but
yeah,
is there a possible like reunion tour or reunion album that could be in the works in the future? Are you open to that or no?
Yeah, I'm always open to it. It's just a matter of just working everything out. And as we know, just looking at the old groups, a lot of groups go through this, man. Just different seasons. Because like we broke up in the 2000s, then we got back together, did the Bad Boy reunion tour, and then now we kind of just on this tip where we're not seeing eye to eye. But I mean, it lasts for a season, and most of the time it always come back around.
You know what, Duran, and I'm pretty sure you've been peeping the R&B game, but I gotta keep it. It's trash right now, bro. I mean, let's keep it real. Outside of Chris Brown, even Asha ain't making R&B songs right now. Like R&B, like who's really putting on for R&B right now? I mean, okay, Tory Lanez is doing this thing, so I'm glad I brought up Tory. And another reason, so Tory Lanez, right, released an album via NFT, right? And NFTs, I know you've heard of NFTs, right?
Yep.
Now, Tory, I'm not here to say he's capping. I believe him. He released the album for like $1, like something dirt cheap. He said he sold 1 million in less than a minute. Now, the way the NFT works is if he sells it to people and then they sell the songs or the album to somebody else, he gets a cut of what they're selling. And it basically cuts out the record company. Now, Duran, if anybody knows about how record companies be taxing or paying only pennies on the dollar, is you, right?
Right.
Because your situation is very public. I'm not going to get into it right now because that's for another stream. Let me ask you this. Tory made a Instagram live stream talking about, yo, bro, I will never have to sign to a label again. All you Negroes that are signed to record labels, y'all dumb. NFTs are the future, right? With how NFT works, and I'm assuming, do you know how NFTs work? I mean, I kind of explained it briefly.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that what Tory is saying, like, yo, bro, I made more money off of this NFT album than I ever made off my other albums, even though his other albums, he had hit records, right? Do you think that NFT for guys who are independent artists or people who don't want to deal with record labels is the future, or in your opinion, and by the way, bro, I'm not holding you to this. I know you got to speak in code. Or do you think that record labels are not going to let that fly because they don't want to be cut out? Because with NFTs, basically, you don't need a middleman, which is the record label.
Right. Well, I mean, we saw the same thing with MPC files and things of that nature. So it's really like the same thing, but with NFTs, you're on the blockchain technology and things of that nature. So it's kind of they have that now. Like even without an NFT, Tory Lanez, if he was out of his label contract, he could make his own iTunes account and pretty much do the same thing. So I don't think labels are going to be pretty much concerned with that because as these labels, they're in crypto, what we call them whales. They're going to always position themselves, to be ahead. Like, so even when the music industry was moving to MP3s, for a while before they created the streaming process where they could monetize the digital landscape, they pretty much, they was doing their thing, but eventually they created the streaming where they could monetize off of that digital landscape. And I think it's going to be the same thing with NFTs. You're always going to have an artist that's independent, and And then you're gonna always have artists that's just gonna sign those deals because this person knew that person, this person knew that person, and they all in the hype. You always gonna have that.
Okay. I mean, and you know what? Rod, I'm not gonna hold you, bro, because you know what I'm saying. I do gotta get going here, and I know you do too. But definitely we gotta get you for another interview. And Mr. Kane asked, could the metaverse evolve the music game by having digital concerts? I think they've already had what Travis Scott did one, Ariana Grande did one. They did some numbers. I guess that would be the last question because he super chatted it. But shout out to Mr. Kane. Do you think that I mean, because we've already, I know Travis Scott is in hot water. That's another topic. But do you think, and Ariana Grande, oh Lord, I'd wear her out. Do you think that with do you think that with the evolution of the metaverse, right? Especially if you look at it now, where you have a lot of pandemic restrictions, where you know concerts they're going to have spacings, even though they don't. But do you think that now, with the evolution of the metaverse coming into the forefront, virtual reality, that's going to be a reality where a lot of artists may decide, man, I'm not going to do a full scale concert. I'm gonna just be in my living room wearing a virtual headset, and I'm gonna sing my ass off, and I'm gonna get anywhere from 50 to 100 bands just singing on an avatar, and I'm not even doing anything. Do you think that's a reality, or do you think that's a fantasy? Even though go ahead, bro. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. I think it's possible. I think it's gonna happen. I'm not sure if it's gonna change the overall landscape of the business because, like I said, a lot of these things that the blockchain is bringing to the table, people are already doing this on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But the blockchain, as we know, is a public ledger, so it's a whole different level of transparency dealing with the blockchain and security. But aside from that, many of these things people are doing already, like selling NFTs and going around the record label to sell direct to consumer. Like you can pretty much do that. You can use iTunes to do that. You can use Spotify, but it's still what do they call it? What would they call that? It's still a centralized technology, whereas blockchain is decentralized per se. But at the same time, these things are happening already.
Okay, man, brother. Listen, brother, I'm very impressed, bro. You definitely know what you're talking about, and I appreciate you coming on, bro. Like this is a pleasant surprise, and I know Brianna is mad at me.
Salute to Solo TV, man. You put me on the cryptoverse, man.
I'm gonna send you a DM on Instagram, bro. We definitely got to chop it up, man, and do a one interview in the future. Brianna, I'm sorry. I know I've been on my groupie shit the whole time.
You were a real groupie like today. But it's acceptable. It's acceptable.
But Brianna, do you have any questions for Deron before we end the show?
My question is too long. I got to talk to him about this technical analysis on Bitcoin, but that's another day.
Right?
All right. Well, listen, we do got to get going, but guys, make sure to follow Deron on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I do see you got a music channel up for sure. I appreciate you coming on. And by the way, listen, I'm not trying to be a groupie, but it's just like people forget how good R&B used to be, man. I feel bad for you young kids who will never know what Peaches and Cream, Only You, Anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, listen, man. Oh, my girl's going to get it tomorrow. We going to have that on playback, bro. We going to have that. Oh, my goodness. But, yo, I appreciate you hopping on, Deron, because, like.
No doubt, man.
Like, no groupie stuff, but your music really, like, I think is like when you look at the 90s and the early 2000s, that was like the last great era of R&B. And then 2010, it turned into some weirdo EDM techno type thing, and everybody's trying to do techno and EDM when that's not really R&B. Now, I'm not throwing shade at nobody, not at all, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people, if you are 80s baby or older, you know real R&B, what I'm talking about. And
hold up. Early 90s babies know it too. Relax. Relax. We know a little something. I was around 10 when these songs were coming.
Like who you know?
Hey.
I know Anywhere.
Okay, let me find out.
That's not see. But see, I know the B-sides record.
Yo,
Like,
man, look.
I wasn't able to buy my own CDs back then. I wasn't old enough. Don't come for me.
No, you good. You good. No, you brought up Anywhere, and I'm like, yo, you know that I wrote that song for Usher.
What?
Anywhere was for Usher, so I did the beat. I took the song over to Usher. It had totally different verses and everything on it, and you know they just ended up not using it. Yeah, they ended up not using it. So
wait. Did you write the song by yourself or did you write it with somebody else?
I wrote it myself. I wrote the song, did the beat, all that.
Oh Lord! Oh my God! Yo, God. Oh, let me chill. You know what I'm saying?
So,
listen,
but I submitted it to that. I think it was the 8701 album. They ended up not using it. Then I let our manager hear it, and he was like, "Hey man, we keeping this." So I just left the hook on there. I took the verses off because you know the guys write too. So I was like, they can write their own verses. I'll take these verses off, and then the rest is history. So that's funny. She mentioned Anywhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, I listen, I mean, Deron, you can tell, like I said, bro, like I'm in my mid-30s, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Like I said, when you guys were popping still, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to you guys in college. And that was like my go-to. You know what I'm saying? If I was dealing with a black woman, 112. You feel me? Usher. White woman, you know, John Mayer. You know what I'm saying?
This boy crazy, man.
Shout out to Legend of Samonia. Says, yo, Solo, what's good, bro? Where you been, bro? What's good? Chat ain't kind of live in a minute. Peace and love to y'all. Yeah, man. I've been active on the Patreon. You feel me? But yo, real talk, I appreciate you, Deron, jumping on. I know some of my jokes are crazy, but you know, I like.
No, you good, fam. It's all good, man. Thanks for having me, man. I had to come shout you out, man. You put me on to the crypto. Got to give it where it's due, man.
Hey, bro,
it was one of your old videos that got me into the game.
Bro, listen, I mean, just holler whatever happens. Like I said, you already know what I think. We're going down to 36, 37. Ooh. So if we go down, don't be shocked. Be like, damn, Solo was right. But if you're right, we go straight up.
Because, you know, last time I went with that $20,000 price prediction and I was sick. I was just waiting. I was like, ooh, it's been hit 20. Never happened.
but we all know one thing. All of us on the panel, even the audience, we know that whether it goes down or up, it's gonna go up. Period.
We long term.
Facts.
Long term.
Facts. So we hodling, and like I said, the next time I come to the A, bro, it's legit. We got to collab, bro. Like I said, I do vlog too. I'm a call Bernice up. We gonna slide through. You already know, man. Facts. Yo, Brianna, don't be mad. I mean, okay, I'll call Miss Dixon up. You know, she in the chat. Hey, Miss Dixon. You know what I'm saying? We gonna bring her through. You know what I'm saying? Because you in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Got to show up. But anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. God bless you guys. God bless America, guys. Listen, guys. No matter what happens to the market, if we go up or if we go down, just make sure that you have a plan. That's the most important thing, right? Have a plan ready. Make sure you stick to that plan. Don't be overwritten by emotions. Make sure your cryptos are safe in your cold storage, whether you got Ledger, Tracer, Descent Wallet, it don't matter. Protect your assets, okay? Anyway, God bless y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.